We got a Jubilee video. And this one's asking the questions. Do all couples feel the same about cheating? Now, I know where I sit on the motherfucking spectrum. But, you know what I'm saying? Educational purposes. Y'all know how we do shit around here, my nigga. Let's go.
I would stay with my partner even if they cheated on me. Amber?
Somewhat agree.
Charlie?
Strongly disagree.
Partner if they cheated. Disagree.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Leanna.
And we have been together for 4 years, and we've been living down the street from each other for a long time, and we never knew.
My name is Nyla.
I'm Jamal.
We're married.
Married for 7
No,
years.
married for almost 9.
We got married on 12/12/12, so I shouldn't have forgotten that, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm Amber J, born and raised in Los Angeles County.
My name is Charlie La Pastora. Been married for 3 years. I put a ring on it, man.
And we, fun fact, got married on 11/11.
Yeah.
And so we love that you guys are married on 12/12.
You get it.
Hi, I'm Hina.
Hi, I'm Blake.
We're both 18 from Palm Springs, and we've been together for 2 years.
Hey everyone, I'm Latasha. This is Norris.
Hey, we've been engaged for 9 months now?
And together for almost 6 years total.
Yep.
I have considered breaking up with my partner. Leanna?
Somewhat agree.
Leah?
Somewhat agree.
Jamal?
Strongly disagree.
Nyla?
Strongly agree.
Whoa.
We actually did break up.
Oh.
Holy shit.
I thought it was like recent. Oh. Looking forward.
Amber?
Disagree.
Wait, what? Charlie?
And Charlie?
Disagree.
Hina?
Agree.
Blake?
Disagree.
Latasha?
Somewhat agree.
Norris?
Disagree.
We did break up. Our relationship was going so well on that curve up, and it was going so quick, and I felt like this is just going too well that we're just going to fall off. Once I was able to relinquish all of that extra baggage that I thought I wanted her to be for me, I think that's when everything got better on my end.
I think every couple goes through that stage in the relationship where, it may seem good at the very beginning,
Y'all
but
see
then
how they got
push
matching
something
shirts
because
and
you're
shit,
not
everybody
clicking, you're
matching,
not-
my nigga, what the
you're butting
fuck?
heads. But there's this point where you kind of need to put some distance, and it helps you reframe your mind about this person and about
Clarity.
yourself. You get clarity, then you come back together.
Being a first generation, mixed race Muslim person, and him coming from a Republican family, there's just a lot of tension. I remember his teammates, the people he trusted the most, they would call me a terrorist for being Muslim, part of Al-Qaeda. My family had enough of that after a big disagreement with his family. So they were like, you're done, move on. But I just remember him calling me, crying. I didn't just take him back automatically. I saw that he made change. He stood up to the people he trusted the most, and I think we're stronger.
I'm okay with my partner watching porn. Leah?
My nigga, I don't give a fuck. Watch
Strongly
whatever.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit.
Leanna?
Agree.
Jamal?
Strongly agree.
Nyla?
Agree.
Amber?
Strongly disagree.
And Charlie?
Strongly disagree.
Hina?
Ooh,
Disagree.
them couples is
Blake?
true.
Disagree.
Latasha?
Somewhat agree.
Norris?
Agree.
Pornography, it wrecked my family. My parents were together, they were strong. I was raised in a strong
Pornography
Christian
wrecked
household,
my
and
family.
pornography crept in. I did not want that to have any place in our marriage. And so from early on, I was like, this isn't happening. And so I might be extreme to people, but there's times when, even when I'm scrolling on the gram, there's women who scantily clad. I want my eyes to be focused on my bride.
A lot of times people think, pornography, and they just think about the real raunchy, hardcore stuff, and
Right.
not the everyday sort of softcore pornography that we
Right.
kind of are, confronted with every day. But I did the same thing where I went through a massive Instagram cleanse where I had to just oh, can't follow them no more, can't follow them no more.
She doesn't look at it on her own, but sometimes I would if I were just home alone. You feel me? So when she would come home, she's just like, you're sleeping. I know you did something, you know? It did strengthen our communication. Like, oh, if you do watch it, let's watch it together and then we can go to sleep.
But the reason why I strongly did disagree a while back then is because I felt like, am I doing something wrong? Like, is that why you're watching it? Like, you know, am I not satisfying you? But now it's like, ooh, where'd you learn that at, you know?
When I started watching it, like I couldn't stop. I didn't realize the effects it had on me until I met Hina. And then we discussed like our boundaries, as she was saying, like, yeah, no pornography. When I first heard that, I was like, oh, that's easy. Like I can quit it like nothing. Like it's nothing. I stopped watching it. And then I was like, God, like I couldn't even like focus. Like I was thinking about it all the time. When I would hug her and kiss her and stuff. And then it just like, it brought back memories of watching it. Like somehow, I don't know.
Shut up,
how,
that's white people shit. No, I'm just playing. I'm
it
joking.
just
I'm
brought back
joking. I'm
memories.
joking.
I was
Fuck,
so
I'm joking.
confused and I like hated myself for thinking that way. And then it just, honestly, it put me in like a deep depression because
Yeah, it's like what Charlie was saying. It kind of, with his family, it sneaks its way in, you know?
it ruins everything.
I would stay with my partner even if they cheated on me. Leanna.
Somewhat agree.
Leah.
Agree.
Jamal.
Agree.
Nyla.
Somewhat agree.
Amber.
Somewhat agree.
Charlie.
Stay with the partner if they cheated. Disagree.
Hina.
Strongly disagree.
Blake.
Strongly disagree.
Latasha.
Somewhat disagree.
And Norris.
Disagree.
These
Yeah,
niggas
I
are
think
tripping,
a marriage
bro.
is a contract, and I own a business. So if the other party doesn't hold up their end of the contract, I get to leave.
You cancel that fucking contract.
It's
bro.
a contract,
What the
and for us, we
fuck?
also believe it's a covenant as well. We became before each other between us two and a holy God. I didn't say strongly disagree because I believe there is grace, but at the same time, that is such a serious offense. I know, having been hurt before, you know, in a relationship where someone was unfaithful, it's so painful to me, and I feel, man. And so, like, if that were to happen, and you to take the initiative to physically, like, just even the thought of that pisses me off.
Yeah, loyalty is incredibly important to the both of us and something that we talked about from the get-go. And so for me too, I can't even fathom if that were to happen, I would be livid as well. But because this is a marriage and we both agreed to this, then I would try to muster up the strength to forgive.
It's like I made a commitment to you.
No
and
thanks.
That I won't break. Look, and some people say you can't stay together for the kids, but we have amazing kids. We got a great relationship. The company is thriving.
Hold on. Man, fuck them kids.
Don't mention that.
I wasn't sure what he was going to say, and I struggled with what I was going to say because I know what I thought 10, 12 years ago. But now, as you mentioned, your perspective changes on what would break the commitment.
Like I'm a pretty jealous person. Like if I'm in the mall with her, because she's super beautiful, and then like people always like stare at her, and I'll just mad dog them. Like I'll just stare them down and cover her with a bag and just.
She's beautiful. I know guys like her. I see the DMs. You know what I mean? There's nothing any of us can do about that. That's just life.
But it's how I respond
Exactly.
to her, how you respond
Exactly.
to
It's
it,
how she
is what we can
responds to it.
control.
That makes me trust her and makes me say, I'm not tripping on that.
But the generation now is cheating is okay.
Like they call it sneaky links now, meaning like, oh, you're basically meeting up with somebody that you shouldn't be. People glorify that.
Oh,
I'm a
my
number
boy
one
did a
side chick.
sneaky
Why do you want to
link.
be a number
I saw
one
that
side chick?
shit.
And why don't you want to be somebody's actual main and keep it faithful?
You have to also set your boundaries online. Hey, I don't want you on this dating app. Hey, I don't want you to go and swipe up on some risky picture on Snapchat. I think those are the aspects that we're kind of talking about that older generations didn't really have to deal with.
Yeah, we did. We had Black Planet. We were getting crazy on it.
What's that?
I did not expect a Black Planet reference to that.
I would like to have children. Leanna.
Strongly agree.
Leah.
Strongly agree.
Super
Jamal.
agree, nigga.
Strongly agree.
Super strongly agree, nigga.
Nyla.
Strongly agree.
Amber.
Strongly agree.
Charlie.
Strongly agree.
Hina,
Somewhat agree.
Blake,
Somewhat agree.
Oh.
Latasha,
Somewhat disagree.
Oh.
Norris.
Agree.
Oh.
If you would have asked me this 5 years ago before I met him, it would be strongly disagree. I don't know. I've just never felt called to be a mom. And I know that family is something that's important to him. So I think, we had a big conversation about that before we got engaged.
And I know for me, previously, it would have been strongly agree. Through our conversation, I had to really think about it because it's like, I'm not pushing a human being out. Who am I to, just go, you having babies? Like, I'm not, I can't do that.
Like, just to get a little personal real quick, I have been trying. So we have I'm trying not to be emotional, but we have to go through another step to conceive. It hasn't been really working out. So we just try to keep the good faith and to hope that we do have a blessing someday. But yeah, so I'm just keeping hope alive. Oh my God.
Oh, no, don't cry.
It did
Don't
impact
cry.
our relationship
Don't cry.
because before we even started, I
Don't
told her,
cry.
I said, look, if it doesn't work the first try, don't go so hard on yourself.
We
Y'all
just
niggas
took a
gonna
break
get it. Quit
altogether.
playing.
Sometimes I felt like, us taking a break has an effect on her. She's basically seeing that I don't want to do it anymore. And that's not the case. I just feel like mentally I needed to get myself together and to be strong to the point where I can look at that test, and if it does say negative, I will be okay.
I just want to build a whole team, so.
She's having them too. Don't be looking like I'm just doing it by myself. Absolutely not. Yeah, no.
I would love to have a family, but it doesn't mean I can adopt. So long as I'm healthy and capable of bringing a healthy child up and having the economic ability to support a child, because growing up in a low income household, I do know the effects and also our political atmosphere. Do I want to raise a child who will obviously be a person of color in a political atmosphere that takes advantage or undermines people of color?
I can definitely relate to that. I think I have a lot of the same concerns. Raising a black child is what we would have, and that is,
Can you see
has
that
a
white
different
boy
set
raising
of
up a black
challenges,
child
I
right
think,
now?
unfortunately, it shouldn't be different, but it is.
Can you see
and
that
I also
couple
have mental health issues in my
raising
family.
a fuck
That's
now?
something that scares me a little bit.
I was in the bed last 2 nights ago. I was laying
You in
there.
the bed?
I was in the
What
bed
are you
2
about
nights
to
ago,
talk about?
and I was laying there. We didn't.
Okay.
I took a picture. I was like, "There's my wife,
I fuck with
my
them,
youngest,
fam. I'm fucking with this
and
couple.
my son to my left."
They
and
real,
I was
my nigga.
engulfed in all this love, and it was crazy. I'm never gonna think about whether I should bring a child into this world. Don't think about the world. Just what do you want? And that's don't let the world determine whether you're gonna have a child.
I just know that if I'm not at a great place in my life, I will rub off my trauma onto my child. And I could not live with myself knowing that I did that to someone, that I couldn't raise someone up to be as best as they can.
As a social worker, you touched on a very important point, which is mental health. There's a lot of people having children, creating little humans, and they are physically, emotionally not together to be able to raise another human being in this already troublesome world.
You guys touched on the race thing too. I'm half white, half Filipino. And so I always was like, oh yeah, I never considered myself a minority. But then I realized when somebody punched me in the face and then verbally, hearing things being made fun of because I'm
This nigga
Asian.
never
And I
considered
realized that
himself a
our kids are going to
minority.
be colored. Our kids are going to have brown skin. The Lord led me to my Filipina queen. And we're going to have mixed babies. And I'm mixed. And I want us to, and we're going to embrace that. And we're going to bring them into the world. If we don't have that foundation, they're going to be coming into a home that's not built right. So we're building right now, and it's not, and we're growing. That's what I would say to that.
That's fire.
I believe
What the fuck did he
in
just say?
soulmates. Leanna?
Somewhat agree.
Leah?
Agree.
I missed the
Jamal?
question. My fault, y'all. I'm talking too much.
Nyla?
Somewhat agree.
Amber?
Strongly agree.
Charles?
Strongly agree.
Hina?
Somewhat agree.
Blake?
Agree.
Latasha?
Strongly agree.
And Norris.
Somewhat disagree. There's so many external factors that go into what makes a relationship. Where did you grow up?
Okay,
Who
the
did you
question
hang
was,
around?
I believe
how
in
much money you
soulmates.
make? Where did you go to school? To say soulmate kind of leaves it up to this kind of fate, outside of myself kind of thing. I made a decision to be with Latasha, and Latasha made a decision to be with me.
I said somewhat agree because I don't think you just have one soulmate. I would define a soulmate as someone who brings out the best in you.
Like, I remember like the first night we started talking, we stayed up till like 6 in the morning just on the phone. Like I was so tired, but I just felt like I could talk forever. And I was like, you know what? Like one day I'm gonna marry you. And this was like the 3rd day. She was like, what is wrong with you? It's just a weird feeling. You just know when it happens.
When we first actually met face to face, we were talking about something
That was the
personal in
realest
our
shit
lives,
this
which is
motherfucker
cancer.
said.
My mom and my grandma had cancer. I don't know if you want to share.
I
but
had cancer.
She had cancer when she was little.
What?
No one I have ever dated understood how I felt. It was 3 days until we met and I said, I love you. I felt like this is my person.
I feel like I'm dating my best friend. Like, this is my soulmate. And then 4 years into now, we just stare at each other and be like, yeah, you're stuck with me for life. Like, we went through the worst. We got through it. We feel like we can defeat anything that comes our way.
When you know, you know. I personally was in a mentally, emotionally, physically abusive relationship. And, you know, I thought I loved that person, but that wasn't love. So, oh gosh, why am I getting emotional?
It never is.
I'm just really
Don't cry,
grateful
my nigga.
because
Don't cry. I
with
know it's tough.
Charlie, I really do feel like God has blessed me with a soulmate that truly respects, loves, and honors me with his whole heart. And he doesn't just say it, he walks the talk, and he puts in daily action to show that to me.
It was the magnet, it was the Holy Spirit that drew us together, because I have never known something and been so confident than Amber J. Like, this is who we were designed for each other. We talk about this too. We think that a lot of people settle in relationships, and we want to just encourage everyone that, hey, there is somebody out there for you. You just gotta wait, and it's tough. It sucks to wait. But if you wait, you will find the right one.
I knew it when I knew it, and that was it. And it's hard to explain. Everybody wants to try to come up with fancy words. I just knew you were my wife. I just needed to work towards the goal of you being with me forever.
That's how it was for me too. I knew this was the woman I wanted to marry, but it was a long time before I felt like I was worthy enough for her to marry me.
If you guys, want to show each other some Valentine's Day love however you want, that would be the time to do it right now. So
I'm shy.
Love you, girl.
Go.
The dogs are like, love us too.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
All right, that was cool. No, that was cool. That was cool. That was a Jubilee video. Do all couples feel the same about cheating? Look, my nigga, like I said, I got my own reserves for that kind of shit. These niggas was okay and shit that I would never okay in my motherfucking nigga anyway. Different strokes for different motherfucking folks. You feel me?